Hi, are you a VIP? I think you are a very important person. I'm also one, and the people I'm going to introduce you to now, but we are visually impaired people. So here's a really cool interview. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Introducing Marco and Wiam Kruger.
My name is Wiam.
And I'm Marco.
And we are twins. And we both have been diagnosed with Stargardts. When we were about 12 years old, we went to our local optometrist because we told my mom, the board is just not, couldn't see on the board anymore, and we had to navigate that. And so after doing a few testing, the optometrist said, no, we had to go to a specialist. And after a whole day of testing, feeling like a lab experiment, we got diagnosed with Stargardts, and ever since it's been a journey.
So Marco, tell me about, what did you say to your teenage self now that you're this age looking back?
Well, I think one thing, especially with visually impaired people, is that we always try to seem very normal and try and fit in. And that's also one of the biggest challenge we put on ourselves. And if I could go back and tell my teenage self something, it would just be that you are different and you will never be normal like everyone else. But that doesn't mean it's a bad thing at all. As long as you're confident in yourself and how you do things, I think you can really go further than I could if I could have done a lot more just by being confident that I am different. But that doesn't mean I can't do anything, because the output is all that matters, and it doesn't matter how you get there. So
awesome. Yeah. And Wiam, did you agree on the same sort of thing? Is this something you guys agreed on together as brothers?
Yeah,
or
I think
have you
growing up together as well, we got the opportunity to navigate this together. And it is, as Mike said, if you have confidence in yourself because you are created in your own way, and accepting that on a young age would allow you to do much more and be more confident in what you do. So I definitely agree.
Yeah. No need to prove yourself.
Yeah. So, and being twins, how's that been? Having the same eye condition and twins?
Like Wiam said, it's like having a co-pilot.
Yeah.
Every big challenge you go through is kind of the same. And we've also had a lot of the same interest. I mean, we studied the same thing. So a lot of the things in life are kind of the same.
Yeah. So I don't know, I feel like God's blessed us. We've been able to move into each and every new phase, going to varsity and now actually going into the workplace next year. We're going to work at the same company as well. So that's also amazing, something that we get to navigate together once again, and kind of having someone there that understands your experience, your personal experience. And we can, iron sharpens iron, so we can help each other out.
Exactly.
So how have you guys reconciled your eyesight condition, and has that also contributed to your faith?
So I think it's always a difficult thing for people who believe that God is healer, and have to struggle through things like a visual impairment. But I think that also depends on what your definition of a blessing or health or something really is, because I can tell you the impact we've had on other people's lives through being in a normal high school, going to university, and still achieving in a way that you wouldn't expect somebody with a visual impairment to do in a normal school, has really impacted people around us without us even realizing it. I mean, we've gotten this far, and sometimes it's not fun, but life is never always fun. But what you get out of that, I think, has been a blessing to us. Definitely, it has enriched our lives with so many fun stories together, with the family, with friends that you can inspire. And I don't think it has actually, I think, really just increased my faith to know that even though I have this challenge, the Lord is looking out for me and provides for me too. And the Lord obviously does not only have one character, not only healer, but he's also provider. That's.
If I had to add on to that, I'd just say the Lord is never the author of our suffering, but he's always working in it for the better of us. As it says in Romans, I think it's 8:28, God works to the good of all. God works all things to the good of those who love him and are called according to his purposes. And so knowing your calling as a person and having to walk that journey with God and navigating how you navigate Stargardts is also a way of increasing your faith. So I don't feel like it's in conflict at all.
No.
And both of us believe we are going to be healed, whether that be miraculously or through medical or technology. We still believe in God for it, and while we can, we impact people's lives. So
I love the way you spoke about yourselves, yourself as a person first, because I'm not sure, do you guys use a white cane at all?
No.
No, not mobility canes
No.
at all. Okay, so people don't identify you as blind from the outset, or the visual impairment.
Yeah. We're at the stage where we can operate normally. People only start noticing once they realize we're looking skew at them, because you have to, with Stargardts, like move the dot, if I could put it that way. And then you tell them, but this is obviously like after the second conversation, you're like, okay, now I have to introduce this person to my visual impairment, so they just are aware.
So guys, what are some of your life hacks, the things that you do to look like you can see normally?
So one thing, obviously, an advantage with Stargardts is you're always wearing sunglasses. So that usually prevents eye contact with people that you might know, but you obviously don't recognize them. But usually, if you know somebody well, you know their body language, so that barrier is crossed. Or something that I do is I put in my AirPods when I walk on campus. And just to have an excuse if I miss somebody and they come up to me, they're like, hello, and I'm like, oh, sorry, I was just listening to and then you have an excuse because you were focusing. So
and I think so for us as a flat, and also like our siblings and stuff, we have a sound that we use in public when we like pass each other, to know that it's like it's us. So I remember the one time I was walking home from class, and then I saw someone that looked like Marco, but I wasn't sure because I was behind him, and so I just like, and then immediately he recognized the sound and turned around. I was like, okay, he's my booty. Okay, it's fine. So that's also something like, it's a subtle sound, it's not too loud, but it's very distinct. So if you're in an environment and you hear it, then you immediately know, okay, no, this is the person. And so now, like when our flatmates drive past, because they can all see normally with their bicycles or whatever, then they would make the same sound, and we would know, oh, it's them. Because that's also something like, if a biker is coming down, it's usually too quick for you to recognize their body language. Because that's what you're going on. And so like making a sound. I always tell people, I don't have facial recognition, but I have voice recognition. So please speak to me when you approach me, and then I know. So yeah.
So you're not going to get away without making that sound again. 3, 2, 1. All VIPs are customers and clients that need your services and products. So if you need help to design your digital and physical spaces to be more friendly for those of us who are very important customers, then get hold of me, Jenny Webster, at curable.co.za.